The corrupt systems we have resided in, the systems that have reached their expiration in which we currently reside, the ignorant society we have resided in, it is time for individuals to express sufficient dissatisfaction with these systems and seek refuge in the Sharia of Allah, the system of Allah, who is the Lord of the worlds. Look, dear siblings, for ages we've been told a story, almost for 2 to 3 centuries. They informed us we are creating a new order. We'll protect the dignity of the person in this order. We'll protect the value of the person. They said everything for humanity. So the previous arrangements refer to divine arrangements. In these systems, humans had no value. But we are establishing a new order, and in this order, humans will be the most valuable entity. They said this plan will benefit people. For 2 to 3 centuries, they've been deceiving people with this lie. The enemies of Allah revealed their fancy words to each other. They enlarged their words by saying and saying their propaganda. And they captivated all people as if they also influenced people. People truly believe that the most beautiful arrangements that human beings can establish have been established. But look at the events happening in Palestine today. In reality, we have a clear understanding of how hypocritical, immoral, and corrupt this system is, thanks to the ongoing events in Gaza, the past atrocities in Syria, the previous conflicts in Afghanistan, the historical injustices in Arakan, and the preceding devastations in Iraq. We are fully aware that these systems are rotten, deceitful, and hypocritical in nature. 30,000 children have died. 30,000 people have died. Children are dying of hunger. There are 70,000 injured people. Hundreds of thousands of people have been displaced. I'm only talking about an oppression that has been going on since October. However, it is as though nothing has happened. The individuals who possess the most exceptional system ever created for the well-being of humanity on a global scale are currently behaving like the 3 wise monkeys, either disregarding or issuing statements regarding the security of Israel. Dear brothers, it is time for humanity to awaken and declare, O Lord, we will no longer obey these corrupt orders. We are transitioning from these orders to your divine command, your Sharia, Imamate, and Caliphate. Hasn't the time come for them to say, we're escaping? Look, dear brothers, Russia attacked Ukraine. During the period when Russia attacked Ukraine, there were live broadcasts and conversations made. There are a few speeches that have been made by reporters, columnists, opinion leaders, and politicians. The man states that this is not Afghanistan or Iraq, this is Ukraine. We cannot permit bombs to detonate in the midst of Europe, similar to what happens in Afghanistan or Iraq. He says, sir, can you understand? I am emotionally very affected, because here, blue-eyed, blonde people are being killed. Not Afghan, not Karatenli, not Syrians. Kibri had stated exactly that. They stated these are Ukrainian. These are not Syrians fleeing from Assad's bombs. These are Ukrainians. We need to intervene in this. They said we need to block Russia. We live in such a two-faced system. So it's about human rights, human dignity, and human honor. These are all stories. There is only one reality, dear siblings. When a person establishes an order, first of all, they secure the interests and expenses of their own group. After that, he establishes his own order. In that system, a group of people is always privileged. A group of people are always privileged. The remaining people are in a survival of the fittest system. While this is the case in the world, such as in the Gaza incidents or before that in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Syria, is the situation different locally? The situation is no different locally. We must also escape from this corrupt order here and turn to the Sharia of Allah. Here too, in every environment we find ourselves in, our loudest voice is that this order is rotten. This order is a human order. This order is a system that exists only to secure the interests and privileges of certain individuals. We are fleeing to the Sharia of Allah from this order. We need to say that we want God's laws. Lately, a case known as the Epstein case, which you most likely observed, emerged and became a topic of discussion. These are the richest, most famous and well-known politicians in the world, whom you think are currently ruling the world, are gathering at certain intervals in certain places due to the Gaza events, which are not currently being discussed or talked about. They gather children aged 7, 8, 9 from different parts of the world. I'm saying this with all due respect. They are torturing these children. They are killing these children by cutting them alive, by chopping them alive. They are raping these children. They are abusing these children. It came out with all the documents. So these are the ones who create this rotten order. Those who dominate film, finance, politics, and capital, they are the ones responsible for the state of affairs. These are the most famous, most well-known men in the world. And I say this by swearing to Allah. It is only the visible part of the iceberg that has come to light. If Allah Jalla Jalaluhu reveals the filth that these people have done, if He shows them, maybe a human being on earth will become unable to look at each other's faces. And is it not time for individuals to break free from these corrupt systems and seek refuge in the pure and pristine order of Allah? It is time. Dear brothers, one of our greatest responsibilities is to demonstrate to people the corrupt nature of these corrupt systems and then to elucidate the unadulterated Sharia of Allah. We must demonstrate to individuals the way in which the system to which Allah invites us is put into practice on the planet, resulting in people living in a state of equality, prosperity, justice, and security. This will allow people to break free from these corrupt systems and embrace Allah's order, His Sharia. In this place, as an invitee on my own behalf, as a Muslim in my own right, I am expressing, O Lord, I denounce to you the actions of these oppressors, traitors, and admirers of humanity for what they have done. O Allah, in this world and in the hereafter, I am liberated from them. I am distant from these. I feel strong aversion towards these, their system, their laws, their practices. And as long as they do not escape from you, this hatred will continue forever. This enmity will continue forever. My wish from Allah, the Exalted and Glorious, is to make it easier for us to escape to Him. God, make it easy for us to escape to you. O Allah, make it easy for us to turn away from these oppressors, traitors, blood-sucking exploiters, tyrants and arrogant ones, and to turn towards you, to live under the shadow of your divine Sharia law and seek refuge in your guidance.